Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man, I'm keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome.
Let's get it.
To not just music, where we keep it real, and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth from just honest.
What's going on? It's your boy, Duan and Q from Not Just Music Podcast. Guess what? It's another Thursday. Got my boy Quincy Murdoch in the building as always.
What's up?
Again, we are happy to be here. We are happy to be rolling. We are back. Guess what?
And we're happy you're here with us.
We're happy we are here with you good people. Now, let's get straight to the story. There is a situation where I was just talking to Q about this, and again, we just kind of just running back over this again about being an entrepreneur.
Run it back.
We have a movie on hand now. I like how I can go back to this now. I kind of like how I'm breaking this down now. Okay, so we have a movie at hand, right?
Yeah.
And the situation now that we have as entrepreneurs, right? And you was just explaining, basically getting to the point where saying, you know, what you have and the mentality of what you have now, of going up, meaning that mentality, okay, I'm not writing, I'm not acting, but I have the product now, right? So you're in the businessman seat, right? And tell me, you were just saying how the feeling of how it feels to feel good about it, and I'm gonna tell you
about somebody purchasing, noticing, even recognizing.
And I'm gonna say this first for you start, and I want you to say it because of the entrepreneurship mentality and the person that's starting from the bottom. As also I was saying in the last episode, we're about to start a series called From the Bottom. It's only going to be exclusive audio cast. It'll be released on YouTube, but it will be only audio. So starting from the bottom, it's a very different outlook, right? Now that you've gained this milestone, how does it feel? Give me the I mean, what does it feel like getting the notifications? What does it feel like getting the somebody bought? Explain that feeling, bro.
Man, hey, it feel good. It make you feel like a boss, basically. All the work you put into it, you know what I'm saying? Independently. Like I said, like we were talking about, when you wake up and you can check your Wix account or you check your account and know when somebody bought it, where, who, you know what I'm saying? It gives you that ownershipness, you know what I'm saying? Like that you feel. It makes you feel like you're in control of this product. Other than somebody else being in control, you're shooting this film for a major movie company or something like that. It's good to know this is Quincy Murdoch and Duan Barino, the people that was associated from the bottom. So like it's good to start our own and then put it out on your website, QuincyMurdoch.com, the movie, QuincyMurdoch.com. You know, it's like you can take power over and you can be the next new Netflix, you know, Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? You can think like that. So it makes you you know, appreciate ownership and just doing it on your own, getting it out the mud even more when you see the final product.
Now, this is what I would hope would happen for you, for a lot of people, especially those that's watching. If you have that, or listening, watching or listening, if you have an idea, and I mean the idea is so crazy, it's a movie, it's a song, whatever, it's a building that you want to buy, it's a house that you want to build, remember the mentality of what it feels like when you're right there at that point of thinking about it and have that idea. Literally think about that point in that moment while you're right there, because if you go from that and get to that point where you have that house, where you have that building you wanted to get, or that job you wanted to have, or put out that movie you wanted to get out, put out, or put out that song that you wanted to put out, or cook that food that you wanted to finally cook, or whatever it is,
It's worth
photo
it.
shoot that you wanted to do, or be a model, whatever it is that you want to do.
It's worth it, ain't it? When you see that,
Put it to work. Put your mentality to work. Go do it. And when you get that final product, that piece of that product, that whatever it is that you was dreaming about, look at it. Watch it.
Yeah.
Sit there, absorb it. Take it in. But the biggest thing is, if it's something that you're planning to make a brand, make sure that you understand that you can do all of this on your own. It can be done. It's possible to be done only if you want it to be done.
The elites want to make you feel like you can't do it without them, but you can do it without them. You know what I'm saying? With God's strength, you can do anything.
Go look at Tyler Perry's early stuff. Go look at all the Tyler Perry early plays. They don't look nothing like what he's doing now. Nothing. But he had an idea. He had a grand idea.
But it's appreciated now, right?
Yeah.
They go back to his old stuff.
Yeah, somebody believed in him. Just like with you, bro. Like, people believe in you. It makes you want to put that entrepreneurial stamp on the final product. It makes you want to take it around and show it to people, give it to people.
And can I say this?
Yeah.
I mean, and another thing, don't be scared to fail.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Like, don't go into the mindset like, oh, what if this don't work? What if this? I'd rather put something out and give it a chance than not have nothing at all put out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At least I can say I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, when every person that creates, when we create, we never thinking or know like this is gonna be the one. Like, this movie is gonna blow. This song is gonna blow. We just creating off like what our heart is. You know, we doing what we want to do, love to do. But that's what I'm saying. You have to take that chance. If it's something you believe in, do it. You know what I'm saying? And let the universe take it for how it's supposed to be taken. But don't put fear in your heart, or live off fear and be like, I'm not gonna do this because it might not work. That's something you already messing up.
That's
mess
big.
up.
Then that's big. That's big to people.
Cause it's a lot of people sitting on some big things and thinking, this ain't gonna work. That mentality.
Yeah. And this is a big world and of opportunity.
Absolutely.
It's so big. It's so big. It's some of y'all
think outside of the box. Don't think about just your hometown. Don't just think about your state. Don't even think. Just think about your country. Think big. Think like he said. It's a big world. It's a big world. Somebody out there is gonna love what you do, regardless of all the no's and the hate you get. It's gonna be somebody out there that appreciate the work that you put out there, and that's how I look at things. Like I might not get a lot of yeses, but it is a lot of yeses from other people in other countries, and that's the mindset we need to have 2024 to this day and on. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? This shit could blow in Africa, Canada, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, the main thing is out. You know what I'm saying? And we limit ourselves on hometown success. It's nice, but bruh, it's a big ass world. Like, think big, man. Well, at least I'ma think big. Yeah, like I hope y'all do too. But yeah.
So many people lose out just due to thinking, when I put this movie out, I want it to be big as any movie that comes out. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is true story, real talk. Q put his movie out the same day Color Purple dropped. But guess what? Q won just as big as the whole situation as the Color Purple drop, and one due to you completed it. Yeah. Two, you set out, you put a date on it.
Yeah.
You put it out on the date that it was supposed to come out.
I'm gonna let you say the best one for the last Independency.
And you did it on your own.
Yes.
So most people have a thing of, and this is a
There's
thing
no diss towards.
You remember we was talking about a thing of being successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I want people to hear. Success is not measured due to the situation of the money.
And it's going into what we talked. Yeah.
Let me say this, and I know this is a fact. Some of y'all are overlooking success right now, and y'all ain't even paying it no attention due to how stubborn you are to paying attention to what the world is doing.
The backstory.
It's not gonna change. Just because what's gonna change the outcome of your movie, of your product, is how much you gonna put it in people's face.
Yeah.
How much do you believe in your own product to give to somebody? How much you think it's worth? How much you think that you enjoyed it yourself? How much do you feel that a world that we live in would enjoy what you have to offer?
Are you gonna sell yourself short, or are you gonna put the standards high, the bar high? You know what I'm saying?
let's bring in being an entrepreneur now, right?
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, like you were saying, an entrepreneur gonna fail.
It's part of it.
Let's talk about the failing part. Okay. I've seen people that are entrepreneurs put their business on, put it out there. They feel like, okay, oh, it ain't doing no numbers. It ain't doing no numbers.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Exactly. hey, and listen. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
When you're an owner, when you're an entrepreneur, you're given more freedom and power of how you promote.
Yes, sir.
What you say, what comes out this mouthpiece,
what you say,
what you put in front of the people. I don't want to live life worrying about, I can't say this because this company might sue me if I say this or say that. I gotta go by a script. I gotta go by what they write on this card for me to say, and this and that. As a man, I'm not like that. I like my freedom, independency. I don't like being controlled. That's what I'm saying. So that's another thing, that you have the freedom. You have the freedom. You have more freedom to do, say, promote it how you want to. When you're working with these big people, man, it might be contracts and clauses in the contract you can't do or say. That's a horrible way to live. You know what I'm saying? And you putting all this, you the one doing the work, but other people are getting more credit for this work.
Yes, Lord.
Let me say this again. You doing the work, but it's other people getting the more credit, getting the more money from the work that you doing. So, bro, I wouldn't trade this for $1 million. Like I said, I'd rather make a couple dollars, and making it off what I do originally in entrepreneurship than making millions that I never see and somebody else seeing off my work. So if that's how it gotta be, I'll be that way forever.
That's how it's gotta be.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's gotta be.
Like, for real.
Everybody's gonna do things.
You gotta look at it like that. You could be making millions, but are you seeing the millions?
Are you seeing anything?
Are you seeing it?
you
might be making 20 a week off an independent movie, and you seeing it. And you might be making millions, with this company, but you're not making millions. They're making millions off your work. So I stay where I'm at. I'll be on the bottom if I got to.
And that's the part where I'm at. Since I got out of school, especially when I graduated from Full Sail, and the first thing mentally that I wanted to do was up my business scale. I was thinking way too small. That's when I figured out, wow, it's so much stuff you can do on your own. Like I give you here's a understanding of this. Here's a quick backstory.
Yeah.
When I graduated, the first thing that crossed my mind, as I said, was being business savvy to my work ethic. What I was doing wasn't ready until I graduated, because I needed to know what to do, how to do it, things that I could do to up what I was thinking my way. So let's do this. Let's think about it like this, Duan. So, okay, What's the thing that most people forget to do when they start a business? Have an idea and a direction, but not only that, have a place to sell your product from. What's a store without a store? What good food line gonna be if they got a bunch of groceries and they just bring it and they just sit it out on the ground and just be like, here, we food line, come buy all these products off the ground.
Yeah.
Don't look good, don't look presentable, it don't stand a chance to sell with all these other grocery stores out here that's got it in a nice store. It looks nice, it's put together. That's why
Competition. That's another thing.
And that's the one thing that I had to learn. You have to be able to compete.
Yes.
With what's out here. You can do it on your own.
Yeah.
It can be what you want it to be. You can sell it how you want it to be. You can look how you want it to look, but it has to be able to compete with what's out here, right?
Yeah.
And I always tell you that. You can do it how you want to.
Yeah.
But just you have to compete with what's going on.
You told me about the movie, remember?
Same situation.
My attitude was different. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You like, nah, bro. Like, nah, this gotta compete. You gotta compete with the people. So and that changed my outlook. So it is a point. I understand, like, yeah, you're gonna have your own personal feel. You're gonna love what you do regardless, but you gotta also make it to where it's competable, like you said. With these
it has
people.
to be. If you don't take
that quality
seriously, that's gonna be your downfall now, especially now. Mm-hmm. Just like Nick Cannon was saying in the situation, you know, he's speaking on connections and well, not connections, speaking on people you network with. Forget the network. Mm-hmm. Forget the network. The network gonna tear your pockets out. Like Q said, what's the use of having being in a movie? The movie's gonna make, and there's nothing wrong with it. You can go be in whatever movie you want to be in. But just remember this: if the first movie you're gonna be in, you're not going to be rich off of it. Don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. Keep working your jobs until you get to a point where you think that business can take care of you.
Taraji Henson is complaining about her pay, man. Taraji Henson is complaining about her pay. So it tells you. And I'm going to use Taraji as an example. I'm going to use Tyler Perry as an example. You don't see Tyler Perry complaining about his pay, right?
Nope.
You know why?
Tell him.
Ownership. Independency.
Entrepreneur.
I mean, that's nail in coffin right there. Like, you know, so you see who complaining and you see who ain't at the end of the day. I mean, and no disrespect to Taraji, she's a great actress, you know, but that is just what we're trying to show, the message that we showing. You know, sometimes, you know, working for a company, like, yeah, it's nice you get this attention and recognition, the big stage, but what about when that passes? What's next? What's next?
Thank you.
It's about what's next.
And that's what gets, I think we've overlooked that piece just due to how people think it's an expensive thing, right?
Yeah.
It is expensive. But my thing is, what can you get on a budget on your mentality? This in your mentality, you know. What can you get on a budget to get your business going, to get that thing off the ground? Mm-hmm. And that's why I say having that store is very important. So the story is, to me, considerably nowadays, website. You can do so much with a website, and
I'm noticing that.
Listen to this.
You sell whatever on there, promote.
Listen, 20. I remember back in 2007, 2008, when I first started pushing a website. You know, having DuanBrino.com. That was such a big turn in time for me because, one, it was slightly cheap then, really cheap, honestly. I mean, it was a very cheap thing to get a website, have a domain name. All that stuff used to be cheap, right? Super affordable. Nowadays, boy.
Yeah.
But it's due to technology. Things are easier now. So, yes. So, but moving from 2008 to 2013, when I created my first Wix site, that's when Wix was just really getting out. You know, they was coming out. It was very new. Full Sail was, shout out Full Sail. Love y'all. They tied us into Wix and made it made us understand that, look, you have to take you seriously. You have to put yourself out there. The only way people are gonna know you is you have to have this mentality. You have to have an entrepreneurial mentality to be a businessman. You know, nobody has the go button on it but you though. Now, just like I was saying with Q, you know, we take the business aspect very seriously, right?
Yeah.
But
if I didn't in the past, now I do.
Yeah, and
it's more serious.
So you tell me this, right?
Yeah.
And the budget that you create for yourself, right? How do you look at this budget now? Meaning, when you first started going on the whole situation,
yeah,
you know, you might have been like, okay, well, I'm gonna just strategically spend my money. I'm not gonna spend too much money on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it's gonna turn out to be or what it's gonna be or what if it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, does the money that you spent then put you in a different gear to say, okay, you know what? Well, I can spend some money over here now.
Yeah, more.
You know, I could put some money into this now because I see this could be this, or I can see this. Okay, now tell the people what your budget mentality was as an entrepreneur, but not as just an entrepreneur, but as the money that you were putting into it, because it takes money to make money. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to work to get this money to take care of this movie bill, right?
I was working too. I was working a 9 to 5. That's how I was putting the funds into this movie. In my job, regular job. But my mindset then, bro, I was hungry. Like I said, on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I was hungry. I didn't even think about it. Wasn't no second looking. Like, okay, bro, here you go. You shoot. Let's shoot that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even think about it because it's like, this is what I want to do. Once you have your mind made up, the money don't matter. Well, you got to pay to get it done. It don't matter. So I was very unselfish around that time. Like trying to complete this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was very unselfish. And like you said, I didn't really see the vision when it came to promoting it. I didn't really get the vision till I seen the final project.
Yeah.
That's that's when I really was like, okay, wow, we got something to work with. Maybe I can put some money into the promo now, cause you know what I'm saying. So it changed your mindset. Sometimes you gotta see it. Once you see that work that you work hard for, it'll change your mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I knew. I knew the time stamp when we corrected the whole situation and finally came up with an actual date.
Yeah.
The only reason why I told you to put a date on it is because the case of the vision was together then.
Yeah.
I just couldn't force it all together to be, okay, here, I can show you this whole entire vision at one time, but it's hard to show you this vision when I got all these movie clips I got to put together to make it be what it is.
Yeah.
So, as I told you,
they came out amazing.
As I told you, you know, but you know, when we first put it together, I was like, you was like, nah, this ain't gonna be an hour. I was like, no, it's gonna be an hour.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, it's gonna be a short. I'm like, no, it ain't gonna be a short. It's gonna be an hour. I can just tell you now. And it wasn't even the case of saying, it wasn't due to reading it, because if you read it, you would think that it's gonna be a short story.
Yeah.
You can't read that script and be like, okay, the script is gonna tell me that this is a short story. The script is very short. But if you act it out,
bro, this sequel, I don't want to speak too much on it. This sequel, my writing has gotten even better. So now I'm seeing, like, as I'm writing the lines, I'm putting in the extras. Okay, he turns around and walks out the. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So once you if I would have did that with the first script, I would have known this ain't gonna be no short. You know what I'm saying? When you add that acting into it,
yeah. And that this is the parts.
I know we went off subject.
and no, that's good. But again, in that that entrepreneurial control that you have, right?
Yeah.
Nobody
Writing your own stuff.
Nobody has a timestamp on you to do it, right?
Yeah.
But again, like I was saying, the feeling that it gives you to have that control changes a lot for an individual. Now, this is something. Got minutes left. Some minutes left, but some people have this thing where, okay, as I was saying, I don't have the money to do the best, you know, to get the best, to be the best, you know.
I think it's excuses at this point. I'm not trying to be funny, but you know, it's 2024.
Listen,
it's
me being an entrepreneur first. Let me say that. Me being an entrepreneur, as I was at the time, I was really just a thing of just saying I was just getting going, taking shots in the wind with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But if I never would have took them shots, if I never would have gotten in the gym and took those shots, I never would be at this point where I'm at now. Now I feel super comfortable, super confident in stuff that I do as a businessman.
Because you got some stuff under your belt.
Yeah.
From those jump shots in the gym.
And you
got some wins, some W's.
If somebody wants to pinpoint you on something, and I don't care what nobody says, it isn't the equipment, it's the fight that the person has that's using that equipment. If you ain't fighting to learn it, if you're not gonna try to put any, I mean, like I say, I tell, how many of y'all actually taking advantage of your phone?
It
like
ain't the size of the dog, it's the size of fighting the dog.
It's if you want it bad enough, you ain't gonna just sit around at the crib. You know, I mean, if you hungry, you want to go eat, get out here and go get you a job. That's it. If you want your business to thrive, guess what? If it takes a couple dollars for you to get it off the ground, unless you're a person where you have credit and you can go get you some credit and use some money as you know, that you need to pay back to a bank or something like that, or whatever it is, whatever it is. It's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah. You think about it. You'll run and spend that money on food and alcohol and weed and
everything else that,
you know, that stuff ain't even important. Once you smoke it, it's gone.
And again,
drink it is gone.
First off,
product is always out there.
First off, that is the first thing to remember. You can't have a whole lot going on, you know, when you trying to get going. You can't. You be like humble yourself. Remember that it's gonna take a lot of money. It's probably gonna take every bit of dollar that you have. It might take that. It might take you quit smoking. It might take you to quit drinking. It might take you to quit buying clothes. It might take you.
I don't really do none of them.
Hey,
I don't smoke or drink, so
you might have to eat ramen noodles for a year. You might have to eat ramen noodles for 2 years.
I love chicken flavor.
You might have to eat cup of noodles for 2 years. You might have to eat
I love them too.
Ravioli for a year.
I don't like raviolis.
Again, soup for a year. You might have to eat soup for a year. Like
Doritos, peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
You might have to eat SpaghettiOs for, I don't know what
I can tell you them hustle foods, them sacrifice foods.
Again,
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Another route to go.
Bruh.
People realize that.
Turkey sandwiches.
And again, there you go. People realize this.
It's good to me.
As a thing of growth.
Yeah.
You know, you got to cut back that cost where cost is considerably, as I say. It costs
to be the boss.
Yeah, it has to be effective. The only way it's going to be effective is if it's taking something from you. If it ain't taking nothing from you, you ain't got there yet.
And we ain't saying you got to cut it all the way out, but you got budget.
You got to cut it all.
You got a budget. But some people don't know how to do
budget.
A little bit.
To budget.
They don't know how to do a little bit.
Yeah, budget is
They
killer.
go all out.
Yeah, budget is killer. That's what's killing her. And again, if you can create a budget for like you, if you can create a budget for your crab legs, your sushi, you know, your steak 48, you know, your Eddie V's, your Roof Chris, whatever level of scale you're at with your restaurants and whatever. If you
eat it for lunch for work, don't, when you're going home, don't stop again and get it. That's what we saying. Eat something at the crib.
Yeah.
that we giving you examples.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people eat it at work, then they go right there again before they go home. And when you got plain know you got stuff in that refrigerator, it's the little things that can mean so much.
Yep.
You saving 7, 8, 10, however many dollars right there.
Each time.
You know what I'm saying?
Each time.
So
Each time. So again, we have all the utmost respect for entrepreneurs and everybody that's out here hustling and grinding and trying to start it and get it going. Also remember, just as I always say, the money. Just more so than anything. Remember the money. The money that you're going to take, you're going to lose some money at this. But the thing is to have that money budgeted to be lost. It's not saying that you're losing it on something bad. You could be losing it on getting something good. Your equipment, something that you needed, could be very much in reach. Yeah. Only if you take these first few steps to say, look, I'm going to budget my money out. I'm going to make everything go my way. I'm going to do things my way. Yeah, you can do things your way. But just remember the budget. Keep the money tight. Keep the money right. Try to keep the money right. I know it's hard out here for a lot of people. It's hard out here for everybody. Say that. It's hard out here for everybody. Ain't nobody making it all that great like that no more. I know people doing good, but again, y'all, everybody's out here paying a bill for something.
But everybody got to get up. It's about working. You got to put that work in.
There you go. We all have to get up.
We got to go get to work.
Go get to work. Go get your money.
And I love it, though, because everybody is accountable, responsible for themselves.
There
Independency. In this form of life, that's what we learn. We independent of our own choices in life.
There you go.
End of the day.
Merch.
Yes, sir.
Merch, people. We have merch. We have shirts out. Again, notjustmusicpodcast.com. Go to our store. Go check out the merch. Again, I've already addressed it. I'm addressing it one time. We're about to start a podcast series called From the Bottom. And it will be strictly audio cast. Meaning you have to jump on Spotify. You have to jump on Apple Podcasts. You can
just be like working out and just listening to us.
There you go.
Listen to these wisdom and knowledge we get y'all.
There you go.
I'm saying laying in your bed.
There you go.
Just listen to it. Put it in your ear. Because we want you to hear the message.
Yeah, take a ride with us, man. We're trying to up the level of mentality to people, and again, we're still at the bottom. But again, I feel like I'm at the top because the case of I'm out here. We
at the bottom to the world, but we in our minds we already at the top.
The big
entrepreneur mindset, right?
I get to run right with the big dogs. I'm putting out content just like the big dogs. I'm everywhere they are, wherever they at, I'm at.
All they got is a bigger name and company. That's probably it.
And again, this is a name. And years under their belt. Guess what? We coming. Yeah. We coming right. We coming. Yeah. We coming. We strong. We right behind it. But again, we're Not Just Music Podcast. We appreciate y'all good people for sitting down and riding with us with our 8 o'clock situation here. And we will see you all next time and be blessed. And also, one more last thing before I close this out. Let's take the time to, again, pray for our own self, our own mental, our own health, our own goals. Take the time to do that, y'all. Don't stop thinking that you can't do. God is the situation. God is the source. Stay connected to the source. And take it day by day. Yeah, take day each day. Learn something from that day. Pray at the end of that day. Pray at the beginning of that day. Pray during that day. But pray at the end of that day that when you wake up tomorrow, that you'll be better than that.
Can I leave it off one name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go into take it day by day and make goals for yourself that's attainable and achievable right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Think about some goals you can achieve right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting, putting off something, work on something else that's a goal of yours that you can achieve right now. Exactly. So what I'm saying is take every day in as it's your last day. Make the best of every day. Pretty much.
Hey, all right, y'all. Duan Barrino, Quincy Murdoch in the building. Not Just Music Podcast, and we'll see you all next time. Out.